Welcome to all. Now we are going to discuss second part of assignment number 8. We have divided assignment 8 in two parts. In first part we have seen how we can implement that type and delete command by using assembly language. Now we will see how to implement copy command in assembly language. So what is use of copy command in DOS? So in DOS, copy command was used to copy content of one file into other file. So let's assume that we have one text file, one.txt, and I want to copy content of one.txt file into two.txt. So in DOS, in order to do this operation, which command was used? Copy command. Okay. So we want to design a program which will copy content of one file into the other file. So what should be the input to this program? Yes, there will be two input. First one is file path 1. So file path 1 will give path of suppose source file. Okay, so let us call it as a source file. So what copy command is doing? Copy command will copy, I can say that copy command will copy content of source file into the destination file. So in order to implement this assignment, we will require two file path. One is, so suppose file path 1 and second one is file path 2. So file path 2 is path of suppose destination file. Okay, so these two things should be taken as input by your program. And what should be the output of your program? So your program should copy content of source file into destination file. So these are our inputs and output of this second part of 8th assignment. Now in order to implement this assignment, again we will require various system calls that are related with file, like we will require file open system call, we will require file read system call, we will require file write system call. So already you are familiar with all the system calls, so let's revise it again. So first is file open system call. So which are parameters that are required for file open system call? Yes, first parameter is function number. So what is function number of file open operation? Yes, it is 2. Then second parameter, yes, it is file path. Okay. Then third parameter is mode in which that file is to be open. So if I specify this mode as 42H, so what this 4 will indicate? So this 4 indicate that if the file which we are trying to open is not present in the system, then it should get created. And this 2 indicate that the file should be open in read write mode, so that we can perform read as well as write operation on that particular file. Then fourth parameter is, yes, it is access permission, and we can set access permission to 7770. That is read write execute access to all three types of user. So this file open operation is, if file open operation is successful, then file open system call will return one value in Rx register. So that value will be a file handle if it is positive. Okay, if it is positive, then content of Rx register can be considered as a file handle. So what is file handle? It is unique number assigned by operating system whenever some file is open or created successfully. Okay, so if this file open operation is successful, then Rx register will contain file handle, which is a number that is allocated by operating system to the file which we have opened. So this is about file open system call, and I hope you are familiar with now file write and file read. We will not cover file write and file read here. So if you want to understand file read and file write, you just go through previous lecture. So now let us discuss algorithm for implementing this copy command. So what should be the first step? Yes, first step will be a declare file path 1, okay, and file path 2. Okay, so declare two variable. One should contain path of source file. Okay, so let's assume that file path 1 means it is path of source file, and file path 2 means it is path of destination file. So we have two file path with us. Then what should be the next step? Yes, try to understand what we have to do. What is our aim? We want to copy content of source file. We want to copy content of source file into destination file. That is our aim. So in order to do this, what we have to do? What file related operations we should follow? Yes, first operation will be a open which file? Source file. Okay, open source file. Now in order to open source file, what you can do? You can use this file open system call. So parameters are already clear to you. First one is to, second one is file path, third one is mode. So can you tell me what should be the value of mode for opening this source file? Yes, what should be the value of mode? So can I say that mode is equal to only 0? Yes, so if I say 0h, okay, so what this 0 indicate? So this 0 indicate that we want to open file only in read mode. Okay, if I use mode 1, then it indicate that we want to open a file in write mode, and here if we use 2, okay, then it indicate that file is to be open in read write mode. So is it necessary to open source file in read write mode? No. Source file, on source file just we want to perform a read operation. Okay, and that's why what we can do, we can specify mode equal to 0 while opening source file. Okay, and if we want to copy content of source file into destination file, then presence of source file is compulsory. Yes, source file must be there. So that's why we should not specify this for. What this for will do? So this for will create the file if it is not present while opening. Okay, so here we don't want to create file. Okay, we want to open the file which is present, which is already present in the system. Okay, it is compulsory that your source file must be present in the system. If it is not there, then it should be considered as an error. Okay, so this is about mode in which source file is to be open. After that, now we have open source file, then what we can do, we can read source file. Yes, we can read source file. So when we perform read operation on source file, what will happen? Its content will be copied into the buffer. Okay, so declare some buffer. Okay, and after performing this read operation, after performing this third step, what is going to happen? Content of source file will be copied into the buffer, right? Okay, then what should be the fourth step? Yes, it is correct. We should open which file? We should open destination file. Okay, now in which mode destination file should be open? Okay, so can we open a destination file in read mode? No. On destination file we want to copy, we want to perform write operation. Okay, so we cannot specify here a mode as a 0. Okay, so here suppose I will take mode as 2h. You can take 1h also, because we want to perform only write operation on destination file. We don't want to perform even read operation also. So that's why here you can use either 1h or 2h. So let's assume that I have taken 2h. Then is it compulsory that destination file must be present while copying content of source file into destination file? No, destination file may not be present. If destination file is not present, then we want that it should be created by the system. So that's why here I should specify 4. Okay, so due to this 4, what will happen? Operating system will create the file if that file is not present in the system while opening it. Are you getting? Okay, so in which mode, what should be the value of mode while opening destination file? Yes, it should be a 42h. Then we have opened destination file. Then what should be the next step? Write. What we have to write? Yes, write content of buffer. What are content of buffer? In buffer we have copied content of source file. Okay, after third step, what will happen? Content of source file will be copied into buffer. So that content, so copy content of buffer into, yes, destination. Are you getting? Yes. So what we want to do, our aim is to copy content of source file into the destination file. So for that, what we have done, we have open source file, we have read source file, then we have open destination file, and then we have copied content of buffer into the destination file. So whether our required task is over? Yes. Whether our required task is over? Yes, it is over. Then what will be the next step? Close, suppose a source file. Then next step will be close a destination file. Okay, and then suppose stop. So this is algorithm for implementing this second part of 8th assignment. I hope it is clear to you and you can implement this assignment. Thank you.